Okay, so World Cyber Games Grand Finals. This is the round of 16 for WarCraft 3. Grubby against Sky. The second match, it'll be tearing his stand. And if you saw that last one, Sky won that first game, and this is best of 3. So if Sky wins, he will move on, and Grubby will be out. If Grubby wins, we will be going to a third match, and I believe that will be on Echo Isle. So. Looks like still some standard build orders out of these players. A lumber mill by Sky here. That'll get him some extra wood if he wants to attack or use that to put an expo up early. Now, what did you think about that last game, Smeagol?
You know, I thought that Sky played pretty dominantly in that last game. Actually, Tom, I thought that he looked very strong. I thought those towers were pretty indefensible. We talked about that a little bit during the break between the matches. Once he put those towers up in that expansion, I mean, it pretty much solidified his game from that point forward. Grubby had to really get a lot going if he wanted to try and take out all those towers. And he tried to chip away. He tried to knock down a couple of those towers, but he just couldn't overcome. You know, there were like 7 in that expansion, and in each of his main and the other expansion, there were towers as well. So Sky was very well defended, and it was really difficult for Grubby to overcome that. On top of that, Sky was, I mean, it looked like Grubby was getting ready to come back. Sky was able to get an army together at that last minute, and Sky moved in. Grubby used 2 Bat Riders early and attacked 2 of the Griffin Riders. Now, if Grubby had used those a little bit later, he may have been able to finish off a couple more of those Griffin Riders. Maybe he wouldn't have won the game, but he would have had more of an advantage in that battle anyway. So that was one thing that I noticed, that Grubby could have waited off another second and used all those Bat Riders on that one army at once.
Yeah, and definitely through that whole game, Sky seemed to be on top of it. He was in control of the whole map for almost the whole thing, and he generally had more money for that whole map. And it looks like we'll be seeing one scout tower up early for Sky. He'll be upgrading that to an arcane tower. Standard hero for Sky. He's going to go and creep this goblin lab in the bottom right-hand corner. On the other hand, Grubby, you saw this Voodoo Lounge very early, and this Blade Master, he will be running over towards Sky.
Are under attack.
Now let's talk about hero selection here in this map for a minute, Tom. Tavern on this map, not on the last one. Will we see neutral heroes here from any of these, either of these players?
Maybe at tier 2 we'll be seeing neutral heroes out of Sky. Could go with the Naga, but the Mountain King is also very powerful against Orc. As you see the Blade Master coming in, he'll be able to take one more peasant down, and the second one will be going down too. This will hurt Sky because that means less wood for either teching or being able to put up an expo on this map. So it looks like Sky's going to be going for some very hard early harassment. And the one red health peasant, he will make it out because Sky, I believe he has full walled up on his main. There might be some gap at the very top by that barracks there, but it'll be very hard for the Blade Master to be able to get in there. As we see level 2 on the Archmage here, I'm interested to see what Sky's going to be going for.
Now tell me a little bit about. Excuse me. Tell me a little bit about this map, Tom. How is it different from the last map, besides for the tavern? And there's obviously only 2 spawn points, so the players know exactly where each other are. But what are the sort of subtleties of this map that are going to come into play in this matchup?
Well, one thing is that there are plenty of fairly easy creeps. We'll probably be seeing level 3 from both players very quickly, and also as you see what Sky is doing now, we'll be seeing expos also. And generally, you go not to the very closest one, but to one further, which is where Sky will probably be heading after he creeps this mercenary camp. And there are a couple reasons for that. First of all, the creeps there are easier, and also when you put up your second expo, your second one, you can put up at that gold mine, which is very close. And as you see both players here, they're creeping the exact same creep camp here, this mercenary camp, which should give Sky level 3, and Grubby, who didn't do any earlier creeping, he will get level 2, and he will pick up some mercenaries from that. And Sky looks to be heading north. He'll be sending his peasants back, so it doesn't look like we'll be seeing an expo from Sky. And he has tech, so we should be seeing some sort of tier 2 push out of him.
Yep.
But with that very nearly level 3 Archmage, he should be able to do some harassment on Grubby, who is going to be trying to creep up his Blade Master all the way to level 3.
Yeah, they were actually, the two heroes were right next to each other, and there is level 3 on the Archmage. They were about to creep right next to each other at 2 separate creep camps. But here you see Sky bringing his Archmage in for some harassment into the base of Grubby. Grubby in the process, at least, of teching to tier 2 now. And Grubby also hiring some units from that mercenary camp to continue creeping with the Blade Master at the moment. Taking a look at the Archmage here, still sort of moving like a rogue in this upper northwest corner of the map. Here, Sky trying to keep the harassment going. He's obviously not going for that early expansion in this matchup, but with the Archmage, he can get some pretty good harassment in with those summoned water elementals and whatever else. So let's see, take a look though inside the base of Sky. It looks a little bit like we can predict what the units are going to be. I mean, it looks like he's setting up for some casting units in this game as his tier 2 unit. And taking a look at the forces of Grubby. There we see some footmen of Sky outside the base of Grubby. Going to go straight for that first grunt right there, doing a little bit of damage. But taking a look inside Grubby, we see a Spirit Lodge coming up and still continuing to make units at that barracks.
So what we'll probably be seeing here is Sky will be building these arcane sanctums. He's got one building. There is the second one. He will be going for mass caster. Grubby, on the other hand, will probably be going for some spirit walkers and some raiders to counter that. And generally in this situation, the human player will try for a fairly early tier push. So and very early tier 2 tower push, so look for that very early. As the Blade Master, you're trying to pick off this Forest Troll Shadow Priest, and he comes out of Windwalk, and he just will be able. He'll miss that. Actually, I don't think he can get into Sky's base to finish that Troll Priest off.
Okay, so the Mountain King will be the second hero here for Sky, and taking a look at Grubby's base, or Grubby's units, the Tauren Chieftain has now been added to the mix for his heroes. So both players going with a second hero.
And with this Tauren Chieftain here, as you see, he is creeping it separately from his other hero, the Blade Master. What he does there is his Blade Master will try to slow down Sky while he creeps up this Tauren Chieftain to level 2, which he will get here, and hopefully to level 3. And we see Militia coming out of Sky with his first couple of casters. He will be heading over towards Grubby's base. This should be the tier 2 tower push. He bought 3 ivory towers. Those will quickly build into towers, and we should be seeing a major battle right here as Sky will try and end the game very, very quickly.
All right, here we go. The Tauren Chieftain speed scroll being used so that Grubby can position himself a little bit better, a little bit further away from his base right now, and he's going to go straight into the battle using that Tauren Chieftain as a meat shield. There goes the towers, the ivory towers. Scout towers going down, and the battle is going to ensue here. Let me go ahead and get on my alt key right now for some help with the HP of these units. There I see one unit there for Grubby at the back of the fight, taking a little bit of damage. And it looks like Sky with his militiamen, who have now reverted back to peasants. Those seem to be taking a lot of damage here, and I don't see very many of Sky's units left. Grubby seems to be able to hold this down, and it looks like the Archmage is at about half health right here. Tauren Chieftain's at about full, and
Blade Master's very low.
Very low though.
He will back up, and it looks like Grubby's backing up, and this one tower for Sky will be able to go up, but that one tower is very, very far out, so Sky will be able he's going to try to put the other ones much closer in to Grubby.
So we have 2 towers being thrown down with the Ivory Tower ability, and another one being built by Sky. He's got 3 towers outside the base of Grubby right now. The Tauren Chieftain and the Blade Master are pretty much holding things down for Grubby. It looks like the Mountain King's pretty low in HP, though, being microed away from the battle.
Out.
Yeah, Speed Scroll being used here by the Tauren Chieftain. Chasing back that Mountain King, taking some damage from the tower. He's going to back off. Let's take a look back at the fight right now. The Tauren Chieftain and Blade Master still in it here. The Archmage is still looking pretty good for Sky, but these towers not able to do any damage yet. Once they're up and running, Tom, I think Sky's going to have an easy time. He needs to be able to hang on until that is the case. Grubby using a TP to get into the back of his base, but he's sustained a lot of damage so far in this fight.
Yeah, Grubby needs some sort of hero kills early so that when these towers do actually come out, he will be able to fight off those towers. But this Blade Master, he isn't able to do any damage. He just constantly has to back off because he is in such low health, and the Tauren Chieftain will also be very low. It doesn't look like the Sound King will be going down anytime soon. Bash hits on the Tauren Chieftain there, and it looks like the Tauren Chieftain might fall, and a potion of invulnerability comes out.
Yeah, Tauren Chieftain is low in HP right now. 10%. Let's take a look.
King
Sorry.
getting focused. Mountain King very low. Mountain King goes down, but the Tauren Chieftain also goes down as these towers come out. Blade Master also fairly low, almost level 4 there. He's probably gonna have to buy a potion for that Blade Master.
The shop. So the Blade Master hiding out in the back of the base here, very low in HP, and Sky is continually reinforcing his stuff. He's continuously building more towers right now. He's got a lot of sorceresses in here attacking, and there it is! GG, ladies and gentlemen, and Sky will take the map in a very decisive fashion, Tom. 2-0, 2 maps for Sky. Grubby was not able to hang on.
Yeah, Grubby picked the first map, Nullwood. You could see that it definitely favored him because that game stayed very close. But on the second map, which was Sky's pick, Tyrannus Stand, Sky played it very well to end this thing 2-0. And Sky will be moving on to the round of 8, and we should have a interview coming up for you guys next.
Yeah, I think we will. So guys, stick around if you want to hear an interview with Sky here on the Cyber stage, the champion, and he will advance to the World Cyber Games into the bracket. And Grubby from the Netherlands has been eliminated. Stay tuned, guys.